The woman under investigation for animal abuse in a hoarding house appeared in court today.
April McLaughlin initially asked for 47 dogs back after authorities seized 55 of them last month. But today she changed that request. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum was in the courtroom and joins us live, and obviously a lot of protesters also outside the courtroom too. Justin.
Ellen, at the start of this hearing, McLaughlin, who went by the name Sydney McKinley, one of many aliases, she went by a different name for this specific court hearing and told the judge she actually wanted 13 dogs back in her custody instead of the 47 she initially requested. She told the judge that after going over a list of all the dogs last week with Chandler Police, she identified 13 dogs she considered personal family dogs. In the end, the judge ruled that she should not get custody of any of these dogs at all. The prosecution called on two witnesses. The first, the field operations manager with the Arizona Humane Society, Ruthie Jesus. She supervises a team of investigators at AHS, and she detailed the multiple visits they made to the McLaughlin home last month. She described how 5 dogs needed medical attention right away, some laying in their own waste, the strong smell of ammonia, and how McLaughlin refused to surrender any pets at the time to AHS. The witness talked about dogs with gaping wounds, infected hind legs, and feces smeared on the floor. Many dogs were found disabled and could not walk, but not a single dog could use wheelchairs or were using wheelchairs, according to AHS. McLaughlin looked down at her notes for much of the time, writing notes until it was her chance to question the witness. Take a listen.
Is it possible when you have dogs that are sick or that are special needs or they have an infection of some kind that they may be walking through the house and not make it outside and may have an accident inside?
Yes, that's possible.
So it's possible that when you walked in, a dog had just defecated or had diarrhea or throw up because they were sick or they couldn't make it outside.
Not in the volume of feces and urine that I observed.
And the second and final witness in this case, Sergeant Nicole Vossi with Chandler Police. She's the lead detective on this specific criminal matter. She told the judge and told the court that at one point, McLaughlin admitted to being in over her head, not even knowing how many dogs were inside her home. She thought at the time she had 25 to 30, and the judge ruled ultimately that these horrific conditions seen on these photos just would not suffice for any dogs to be living in a house like that. Now, many advocates here with signs in support of these dogs, and some directly impacted by April McLaughlin's so-called rescue, they say. Stephanie Bennett joins us here live with their reaction. Stephanie?
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, just a massive crowd from all over the country. These people have traveled right here to Chandler to be here for this moment. They've endured the hot weather outside here today. It's been very toasty out here on the sidewalk. They have endured all sorts of emotions as well, and many of them still here. But they tell me their main message for coming out today was to show support for these animals and say that April McLaughlin is not fit to care for these dogs ever again. So the judge's decision is a win for this group, and the amount of noise when that decision happened today was just deafening. A lot of people cheering in joy. Now, many people, again, traveling from all over. Only 25 people were given wristbands to be inside the courtroom. The rest remained outside here watching the online live stream. Now, the 48-year-old April McLaughlin, who's used several aliases, as we know in the past, claimed that she ran an animal rescue called Special Needs Animal Welfare League. Animal rights advocates in attendance today say April preyed upon other rescues who were overwhelmed and in desperate need of help. They tell me they thought April was somebody that they could trust. Jill Marsh was one of those. She drove from Oakland, California for today's hearing. She says April was texting her even after her arrest to try and get more dogs.
50 dogs in a 975 square foot home is insanely heartbreaking. But she lied and told us that most of them were in fosters. She even said Marbles was adopted, the dog that everybody's looking for right now.
We want justice to be served. So animal cruelty is a crime, and it's not okay. They are living beings, and unfortunately they don't have a voice like we do, so that's why we're here.
Yeah, and the Arizona Humane Society just releasing a statement. I'll read to it in part. They say they're beyond thrilled to be one step closer to reuniting the remaining 47 dogs seized to their former owners or also rescue groups. So again, guys, this decision is at least a win for now. Back to you.